Hello, everybody, and welcome to this episode of the Leafs Line podcast. I'm your host, Mary Russo, joined by Rimoli, Jared Rotenberg, and Evan Davis. Well, we got another fun episode for you guys today. Might be a little dated, but I still think it's relevant. We are going to be talking about the reverse retros, the 2022-2023 reverse retros. They're set to drop in mid-November. I don't know if that's for all teams, but I was reading up. A majority of teams are dropping mid-November, and I can't be the only one here that's more than excited to go see those, not just on the ice, but buying them too. Like, there's a lot of good ones in there. We're going to talk about them. We're going to chat about them. And why don't we get into the Central Division? Because I want to start with the West. I want to work our way to the East and get into the Atlantic last, because I really want to get those thoughts on the Leafs one. That's what's causing all controversy on Twitter, on Instagram, and all social platforms. And I've taken some backlash for it too. You'll see why in a little bit. But let's talk with the Central. And we're going to kick things off with the most random team that I could think of, but it's the jersey that I'm looking at right now, the Nashville Predators. They went with a yellow and I guess black, which is an interesting one. Yellow and black. They brought back that old school logo from the early 2000s, which I believe they had like a light bluish color to that jersey originally. They changed it completely. I guess history never repeats itself, as the slogan says. And they went with a yellow one. So I'm going to ask you guys your thoughts. Give me a quick rating, maybe a quick reason why. Dom, I'll start with you. The Nashville Predators, yellow jersey, rating 1 out of 10. And what are your thoughts on it?
Okay, so just a disclaimer, none of us have, I think we've written our ratings down. So
no, this is all fresh off the dome.
A glance. Yeah. I give it a cool 4. There's nothing really going on. The logo kind of overrated. So yeah, nothing crazy.
Jared, but what do you? Wow, that was not English. Jared, what about you?
Jeez. I just want to say, first of all, I don't think the logo's underrated at all or overrated at all. I think everyone hates it, to be honest. All I've seen is ripping on it. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10 just because it's funny. It was such a hated jersey back then, and they decided to bring it back. I think of it like a troll move. 5 out of 10, it makes me laugh, but it's not a nice jersey.
Evan, up to you.
3. Maybe a 2. I don't know. I just it's such an ugly jersey.
Like, and I think the colors too, like the mustard yellow.
It's nicer than the old one. If you see the old one,
I've seen the old one. It's ugly.
It's an off yellow. Like, at least this one, it's normal Nashville Predators gold,
like piss stains.
Yeah,
it's boring. The old one is even worse though. The old one is terrible.
That's true.
All right, so we got a consensus here. Nashville Predators jersey is not it for the Leafs Line podcast. But what about the Winnipeg Jets? Leafs just played them this past weekend. That's a whole episode on itself, but they didn't don those jerseys last weekend. They're going to don these in mid-November, and by the looks of it, it's white. It's a little bit of a different shade of blue. They brought back the retro logo. Dom, I'll turn it over to you. What are the thoughts on the Jets jersey?
9 out of 10. This is gorgeous. I don't think that's a hot take at all. I think it's one of the nicest jerseys. I'm a sucker for. It's not quite baby blue.
It is.
It's not quite like a royal blue. It's kind of in the middle, mixed with like navy blue. Like, I love the 2 different shades of blue together. I think just that 3-tone logo, it's just.
Now, I've always been a big fan of the Jets old school logo, and I mean, if you know their other other jersey that they wore a couple years ago, the very light blue one, I actually own it. So when you see me playing ODR this year, you'll be seeing me whipping that out. But the shade of blue and the shade of white does go out pretty well. Jared, do you agree with these ones, or is it not for you at all?
I'm not quite giving it a 9 out of 10, but I like it. I think it's a good jersey. It's a little bit boring for me, honestly, with how cool some teams went with their throwbacks. It's just it's fine. It's 7 out of 10 for me. It's an all right jersey. It's pretty. It's white, blue, and a different shade of blue. It's all right for me.
I mean, you say boring with the classic look here. I'm interested to see what you're going to think of Tampa when we get to the Atlantic, because they went all out for that jersey, and I'm not mincing words. They went all out for that. But we'll get to that in a little bit. Evan, what about you? Winnipeg Jets jersey. What are you rating that 1 out of 10?
I'm going to stick with the Damo 9 out of 10.
Really?
I love
high praise.
I love the blue, like same with the Damo. Like, I love the blue. I love like the mesh for the logo. I think they're really cool jerseys.
Now, like I was saying before, history never repeats itself. That was a slogan for this reverse retro series. And when we work our way to the Minnesota Wild, well, you can maybe make a little bit of a close case of history almost repeated itself. The colors are very similar than last year, but if you're drawing similarities on what was last year, boy, that jersey was beautiful. I think, Evan, you have that one, or Jared. Jared has that one with Krill the Thrill on the back. Like, that's a gorgeous jersey, beautiful threads. Adam, I'm going to throw it all the way down to you. Out of 10. I know it's kind of similar to what they had last year, slightly different, but does it change any of your ratings before?
I'm going to go ahead and give it a 7. It's You ripped off last year. Come on, come up with something new. It's nice. Don't get me wrong. If this was like brand new and we've never seen it, I'd probably give it closer to an 8 or 9. But we saw it last year, so you're losing points.
Jared, what about you?
For me, I'm fine with them using a similar design, going with like I guess the home jersey, like the home version of their away one they did last time. I hate the neckline though. I think the neckline looks really weird. How I don't know. Look at the image of it.
I'm seeing it up close. Yeah,
like I don't know how to describe it. The neck looks really weird. Something about it is throwing it off for me because the rest of the jersey I love. I was a big fan of the colors last time, even though it reminds me of Subway. But that neckline, I can't get over it. I'm giving it like a 7.5. It's slightly better than the Jets one, but then that neckline really throws me off.
Evan?
I'm giving it a 1 out of 10.
Whoa! Wow.
Hey, on a 1 out of 10.
Jesus.
Well, for me, first of all, it's my rating.
You're fair.
My rating. I just like it. Just like there's no thought. Like it's literally just the home version of your jersey last year, and like there's just no creativity to it. Like the Wild have such a deep history of uniforms, and like just to go back to what you did last year and make a home version of it just feels like the production or like just the team just got lazy with the idea of a reverse retro. Like there's no new flair.
Now, when I think of Minnesota, I really like the college hockey they got down there. It's really deeply rooted into their all their sports in general in Minnesota. That's what I think about. And maybe one day we'll see something with the NHL, maybe slightly touching college hockey. I doubt it because very, very controversial leagues, but it could be a play and it could be something that a lot of people get behind. But a low rating from Evan Davis on the Minnesota Wild. I want to see where the low ratings stick with this one. And I think it's going to be very common. I think you guys all know the team I'm going to right now. The Chicago Blackhawks, the Candy Canes, I guess you could say. I don't really know what that is. Usually we leave Detroit to build the bad jerseys in the reverse retro batch, which I'm not saying they haven't yet when we get to them. But Chicago is quickly falling behind those footsteps. Adamo, I don't know if I even want to waste your time with a reasoning. Just give me a number because I think it's going to be a pretty suitable one for these threads.
1. Move on.
Jared.
Boom. 1.
Evan, you can go 0 if you wanted to. But,
can't go 0. They gave you a jersey.
I am going 0 on a different team.
Oh,
I think Chicago's is slightly better than the other one that looks the exact
last.
Same as
no.
Yeah, I'm definitely going a 1 on here.
Yeah, the creativity. I fail to even see a bit of history here. And if you are, you're going really back
get the history, but like they've already technically like worn these jerseys.
But like you're going back and people aren't even alive. You're going generations. I don't think you're drawing on a lot of relevant history. And I think that's one of the big catches with this jersey. Not a lot of people can get behind it, and it's just flat out ridiculous of what they did. But this one, I'm getting a mixed vibe from a lot of people. We're gonna go to the St. Louis Blues here. They got a yellow one, and the story behind this I love. It was a prototype jersey.
Yeah.
They never wore it. The founders actually wore it and then scrapped it for some odd reason. I didn't read too much up on it, but I thought that was a pretty cool tidbit. Damo, St. Louis Blues jersey. They went with the same blue that they always use, but they went with a yellow base. And I'm not going to stick here and describe it. I want you to just give me a rating, man, maybe a bit of a reasoning. St. Louis, 1 to 10, what you got?
I'm going to give it an 8 because of the colors. I love the colors on it. The only part where it loses points is the logo. The logo is beautiful too. Stripes look like they look too retro, if that makes sense. Like that's a jersey straight from the 60s, you know?
Yeah. Jared, what about you?
For me, it's the reason that Mario brought up the storyline around it. I read up on it a little bit, and I think that's awesome. The fact that this isn't a jersey that's ever released, but credit to whatever team created this jersey because they dug deep into the files. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10.
Evan?
Yeah, 9 out of 10. I love it all. I love the history. St. Louis does a good job.
They always do a good job with their threads. Yeah. If you remember their Winter 100%. Classic a couple years ago, that was what a beauty.
Even the reverse one.
Even they're two. I think they're 2 for 2 with the reverse retros, man. Like that one last year, straight out of a time machine. Oh, come on.
That one was nice. Yeah.
No, they've been thriving off those reverse retros. That's been racking up some money for that franchise. But we're gonna go to a team that doesn't have that much money, but boy, they might have it with these jerseys. Adamo, you have it in the background of yours, but it's not the real one. It's from, I believe, last year. We got this one, the Arizona Coyotes. And listen, if you like funky jerseys, if you like funny jerseys, personally, not for me. But if you really enjoy having a pretty nice look at a jersey, see some designs, this Yotes jersey is for you. Adamo, give me a rating on it. I know you got the old one up there. Probably like it best. What are you giving this one?
10. I love it.
That's
if
fair.
Connor Bedard ends up on this college hockey team, you best believe that jersey's getting added with his last name on it.
Jared?
For me, I'm going 8 out of 10. It's not as nice as the purple one, but I love that they kept that style around. And honestly, it's a great jersey. I like the desert colors a lot.
And Evan, what about you? Round it off.
0 out of 10. I
Wow.
hate these.
Oh,
You are so wrong. Holy crap.
wow. I was not expecting a 0.
I don't get the point of a rating show. I'm just gonna get back.
Well, I mean, you say why?
The color scheme. It just
But
like
they're in the desert.
Yeah, it's literally
they're expressing their culture, man, and I think that's a better way of expressing than some teams did.
I love the idea, but I don't know. It's just for me. It's just a tough. It's a
0
tough.
is bold. If you're telling me you got to rock this one or the Chicago Blackhawks, which are you taking?
The Blackhawks.
Wow.
Do you just like boring jerseys? Cool.
You're just you must be fun at parties. It's terrible.
I don't know. I looked at it in my first reaction when they came out was like, this is ugly. Like, in my opinion, I thought it was ugly. And it's hard to change my mind on this one.
Hey, you're stuck to your ways. That's
fair enough.
It's fair enough.
What I will
enough.
say is Evan Davis showed me this jersey right when it dropped. And initially I was a little bit with him. I think I was a little bit influenced by him kind of saying, look how ugly the new Coyotes jersey is. So I kind of was like, oh, I'm not a fan of that, whatever. But then I kind of looked back on it once I went through all of them. Like, actually, I was wrong there. I really like their jersey. I like the color. Initially I wasn't a fan of it. But no, I like it a lot. I'm giving it an 8, and I think it's great.
Yeah, and I mean, one thing about the color, it is the first time that color has ever been used on an NHL jersey, so that's pretty interesting to look at. But they express their environment well. They express what the culture is in Arizona, and I think that's a plus because a lot of teams, as we will get into, have somewhat struggled with that. And we're going to get into the Dallas Stars here. Now, this jersey is somewhat of a throwback to right when they got into Dallas. I personally have never been a fan of the Dallas Stars jerseys in its entirety, except for their Winter Classic one, the infamous Corey Perry getting ejected of that game kind of one. I would buy that in a heartbeat. I love that. Yeah, exactly. If you look at it that way, sure, that could possibly be a feature on Plugs After Dark, our new show on DSN. You can check it out on the Dynasty Sports Network's YouTube page. If you look, not even at the link, just look at the logo, look at the name, type it in the YouTube search bar, and you'll find a very fun episode for you guys to enjoy. But I digress. The Dallas Stars jersey, they always go with the green. They went with a bit of a black base this time. Dom, I'll throw it over to you. Give me a rating on this one. If you're a big fan of the green, it'll stick well to you. I just never got into these booger greens.
Oh, booger greens. That is bold. I'm going to call it, what do they call it? Victory green. I love it. And I love first of all, I love their home jerseys. Apparently it's a hot take. I think they have like
for me, I think so, but
I think it's like a top 5 home jersey. I love the color. So I'm going to go ahead and give these ones a 9. I think they just clean. They're solid. They did well. Good job.
All right. Jared, what about you?
They're a hell of a lot better than the ones they did last time. The one thing, I'm giving them a 7.5 out of 10. What they could have done to get easily a 9 or a 10 for me is if they actually went back fully to the year they won the Stanley Cup, the 1999 jerseys, where the whole design of it, the lines were designed like a star. Like that would have been so cool. That's what I really wanted them to do. And they got close to it. This is very reminiscent of that jersey, but they're just slightly falling short in that department.
Evan, round it off for me.
I'll do 9 out of 10. I like these ones a lot. I like the Stars jerseys, and I think they did a good job. Not much else to say other than the fact that, like, I love how they went back to like the 93 days with it. So I think they've done a pretty solid job with their jersey concepts.
That's fair. Yeah, Dallas Stars. I mean, I'm not personally a fan, but there's a lot of people that are out there and are saying these are ridiculously nice jerseys, and they've been saying that for quite a while. This is not something new with Dallas. They've been doing it for some time. And let's work our way to round off and conclude Central Division, the Stanley Cup champs, the reigning Stanley Cup champs, the Colorado Avalanche. Now, they released a jersey. It has the state logo on it, the Colorado C with a bit of the yellow in the middle. Now, this is something they've always worn on their jerseys. You've never seen it that much because it's on the side. So they put it right up smack dab in the center. And it's been causing some interesting thoughts on Twitter and on other social media platforms. Adamo, what do you think of this one? It's not as good. You can't tell me it's as good as the Nordiques from last year. Those are a classic. Bringing back the Nordiques, you'll never go wrong from a fan base perspective there. But the Big C, you back it, or is it something that's got to go?
Look, I'm all here for like, embracing your city. And like, I love when teams put like the city flag and shit, but I'm not here to rate that. So I'm here to rate the jersey. And I think it's ugly. I don't think it's ugly. I think it's mid. I'll give it a 5.
All right, Jared.
I'm going with a 4. I would have liked to see some kind of Colorado Avalanche colors in there. I'm not a fan. Like, they've done enough things with the city colors. Like, do some kind of old Avalanche logo with new colors. That's what I was here for, and that's just not what they delivered.
Evan.
Oh, these Colorado ones are tough. They're tough. I don't know. I think I give it a 4 too. I don't know.
Like a Toronto man. Toronto man with his eyes are tough still. 10.
Yeah.
Fair.
No, they're tough. They're tough to watch.
Yeah, well, we can continue on the tough to watch train when we hit our way into the Pacific. And I got one team right off the hop ready for a tough to watch. And maybe it's going to be a really, I don't know, like they got the best jerseys in the league, home and away. And then you go look at this one. And I've never even seen this from the Calgary Flames. We're going to start right there. A stripe going up the diagonal, but it's not all the way. It's cut off. And there's a stripe underneath that's exact same shade and color and theme.
It's so weird.
It's everywhere. It's all at once. It's confusing. And I think that's the big one that a lot of people are saying, I don't even know what Calgary did with this one. Adam, are you in the same boat here? Because I can't even, they're lucky they got a beautiful set. The horse,
yeah,
that's a beautiful one. They got the homes that I just love. The white's even better. Like they're well off. But when they got to wear these ones every now and then around the year, might be a tough watch down in Calgary. What do you think?
Okay, so when they actually switched back to the white logo, I'm not a fan. I'm still not a fan of how it's like the white C. The rest of the jersey's fine. So off the bat, the white C on the reverse retro is ugly. Then you put, I think it's supposed to be a pedestal. That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Well,
that's what it's supposed to be.
There was an old.
I'll give it a
jersey that
1.
had it.
No, I'll give it a 2. The colors are nice, but other than that, it sucks.
Jared, go on.
For me, I'm going a little bit better than that. I'm giving it a 5 or a 6. I actually am the opposite. I like the black jersey and I like the white C. It is the pedestal thing. I get that it's a throwback to an old jersey, and like credit to the design team for going for it with that old design and being like, sure, we want to bring this back to the present. It just did not work at all, though.
Evan?
I'm giving it a 1. I don't know. It looks like the Calgary Flames like started off with the jersey and then was like, oh shit, we got to stitch something else together. Like it just, I don't know. It looks so weird. Like,
it does look weird. And I think it's because we just don't see stripes going that way in any professional sports jerseys. Like it's just very foreign. That's why it's a retro and that's why it was extinct. Like
unless just accidentally stitched that.
No, I had the same thought when I first saw it. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm looking at here. And I mean, I think it's safe to say that when you go on the other side of Alberta, when these two teams might clash and maybe wear these jerseys together, I'm talking about Edmonton here in our next jersey, we could see a lot of a better jersey here, and they'll win that war every single day. The Edmonton Oilers, they released their reverse retros, and it's that old, I think it's in little oil pump, a gear, I believe it is. Something like that. I always thought when I was a kid looking at it, it's like a weird fossil thing. No, it is not a fossil, Mario. It is an oil gear stone thing. I can't tell you. I'm not in the oil business, as you can tell. But a lot of people in Edmonton are, and this is what they threw it back to. Their culture is circulated around the oil country, and their jersey represented just as much. Adamo, give me a rating on these threads. It's an interesting color, but they have worn it before, so it's not foreign in Edmonton. What are you saying?
Like, I always thought it was a meteor. I don't know why. It just kind of looks like a meteor.
That's the thing. It's
right?
like you don't know what it is. You always gotta it's subjective.
Yeah,
it's up to
like
your interpretation.
It's a city thing, right? It's like a city only thing. Like if they put on I don't know, it's a Toronto only thing, like a raccoon or Toronto only.
Well, I believe a falcon is nowadays. Yeah. Some people would say.
Yeah, golden falcon, if you will.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to Edmonton. It's not that nice. I didn't think they were ever nice. I don't think these are nice. 4.
Yeah, and people were begging for these jerseys to come back. A lot of people really had some sentiments with this one, some very close ones at that.
Why?
Maybe it was a culture thing, maybe because they had a bit of success when it was worn. Yeah. I'm not too sure. But Jared, maybe you can give me a little bit of a route on that and what's your rating on it.
I'm going to give it a 6. I'm not a big fan of the gear, especially I don't like that the oil drop is orange. Like that just throws me off. I find that weird. Yeah. No, but it just looks orange, weird. It doesn't look nice at all. I'm not a big fan of the navy either. 6.
All right, Evan.
Yeah, never like these. Still won't like them. I'll give it a 5.
All right. So we rounded off Alberta. We're going to work our way more to the West Coast in Canada. These threads, guys, this is one of the top for me. And I'm going to say it right now. The Vancouver Canucks, the logo, when you saw this in the ACHL, that's coming out of your hockey bag. You are throbbing at the mouth. You get to wear these things. The running man. I don't know what it is. It's a throwback to when they were.
It's Johnny Canuck.
That's his name, Johnny Canuck. This is, I believe, in their WHL days when they were before they became the Vancouver Canucks, obviously. And man, it's not just the logo that gets me there. I don't know if I'm going to buy the jersey just because they're so damn expensive, but boy, am I buying a hat with that, with Johnny Canuck on the front. But when you're putting numbers on the sides and the front, I gotta tip my cap. Adamo, do you feel the same way, or are these things like the most ugly things you've seen in your life? And you really got to plead your case to me, at least, if you think so.
Well, it is October 24th. We are 2 weeks into the NHL season, and I would like to congratulate the Vancouver Canucks on their first win of the season.
I knew where that was going.
Didn't come on the ice, but they won the reverse retros. This is the best one.
No
it
question,
is gorgeous.
no question.
It is. If they had a player worth getting a jersey of, maybe Kuzmenko. If he didn't suck, what's going on there, Jared?
Jared, come on.
He started off good and then hasn't kept it up.
Yeah, I haven't seen too many Kuzmenko text messages.
He's
slow down the text chain.
Tonight's the last night. If he doesn't do anything, I'm cutting ties with him. But
and just a little sidebar. That's the worst in fantasy. When you have the guy that you're like fringy on, but you want to see him do well, but he's not doing anything. And like you're just gonna say, this is the last night, puts up 4 points, extends it another week, still doing the same thing. Then on the Sunday, another 3 points. This guy's Mr. Sunday, apparently. And lo and behold, it's always he just stays on there, man. He just lingers. You can't get away from
him or Kyrou tonight. That's what I was deciding.
Kyrou, he's struggling.
I ended up going with Kyrou just because Kuzmenko is like he's playing 14 minutes a night at this point. So I don't know. But
fair. All right, Jared, I've been waiting for this one. I'm sure you love this jersey. You got Johnny Canuck. You gave me the name. It was right off the brain. Let me hear the rating for Johnny Canuck.
10 out of 10. If I'm allowed to go higher, I will. I love this jersey.
I gave him a 10. I didn't think I rated it 10.
No.
I'm for the rules, it's a rating out of 10. I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. Johnny Canuck is such a cool logo. It screams Canada. It's a Canuck after all. The colors are cool. The lines, they're weird, but again, it's just such a weird concept for a jersey anyways that I respect it. I love it. 10 out of 10.
All right, Evan.
10 out of 10. I love these jerseys. They're just so cool. I love the colors. I love the logo. Like, if I was a player on the Canucks, I would want to wear these like every game. I would want to wear it I guarantee you the fans won't be throwing those jerseys back.
I was about to say those are the ones that aren't touching that ice, and I don't you don't want to get rid of that one.
That's a keeper. You're
getting your bang for your buck there. And I think I might decide to just spend falling out a little bit and purchasing one, but we'll see.
Christmas is around the corner.
There we go. Christmas is around the corner.
3 months away. Like, you're good.
No, we got some time. A team that hasn't had a lot of time, though, to make up a concept for their jersey. They don't have a lot of history, and this is a little bit of a struggle for those newer teams. You got the Seattle Kraken. And these guys, it's hard to really hit on them too much because they didn't have much to work with. This is their second season in the league, and they just went with, I think they were trying to model, I was reading up on it a bit, their old school, I believe it was the Seattle Commanders, something like that. It
used to be the Metropolitans.
There we go. Sorry, not the Commanders, the Metropolitans. There we go. And if you look at those jerseys, there we go. If you look at those jerseys, they're stripes from left to right and different colors, obviously. I think they were red at the time. Yeah, they look gorgeous. But
What? Jared, you looked confused there. The Metropolitan joke?
No. I got it.
And if the audience is a little bit confused, we go to Toronto Metropolitan University. There you go. But Seattle Kraken, they didn't have too much time. They went back with the Seattle Metropolitans, I believe they were called. They couldn't hit on the colors because they had to keep their own color scheme. Not a lot of time, not a lot of history. And lo and behold, they got these threads. Maybe you guys like them. I don't know. They're not really for me. Adama, what do you give them?
Like, these guys have been around for 1 year, and I watched one game of them. 1.1. I watched the intro last year just to see them on the ice, and I watched the Leaf game. One of the Leaf games. I think they played twice last year.
Once.
Sure I only watched one of them.
They played
once at home, once.
Once.
Whatever. Yeah, I watched them maybe 2 games, and I don't care about them, but this feels like I've been watching the Seattle Kraken forever. This is a throwback jersey for a team that doesn't have anything to throw back to. Good job. 7 out of 10.
Nice. We got a positive note.
8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10.
Love it.
I was going to agree with his first one. I'm going to give them a 7 because I think with all they were given to work with, I think they did fine. They made this a jersey that, you're right, it looks like a jersey that feels retro for a team that doesn't have history. Good on them for that. I would have loved to see them use a different logo though. I think this would have been a perfect chance to introduce
So modern.
the anchor as their middle logo, or even when I found out the team was called the Kraken, I was expecting like an octopus jersey or something. They obviously didn't give us that, but this is a chance, you have an opportunity with a retro, like a throwback, whatever. Make something cool. Introduce a new logo into the repertoire. They could have done better, but at the same time, they did fine. 7 out of 10.
Evan?
Yeah, 7 out of 10. I like it. I actually like the jersey. I think the color, like it's same colors that we're used to seeing, but I kind of just like the way that they formatted the jerseys. And I don't have a problem with it. I get Jared's point of like maybe using a different logo. I think it kind of would have been a great marketing strat to like throw in that anchor, like just to give the fans something different here. But overall, I think it's a solid jersey.
All right. From one expansion team to another, we're going to go to the Vegas Golden Knights. These guys, well, last season was a pretty cool one. This year, maybe not the looks, but God, when you see those things at night, when it's all pitch black, you're going to think very differently of the Vegas Golden Knights jerseys. If you don't know, these things glow up in the dark and it looks pretty cool. If you don't have a video, go check it out. It's pretty wicked. But the Vegas Golden Knights, they went with a Vegas across the horizontal, I guess, across the jersey, and it's pretty cool. It's wreaking some uproar on social media just because of that effect. It lights up. Anything that lights up in hockey, people go crazy for. Adam, are you one of those people, or are you saying it's just I'm gonna see it when the lights are on and it's not gonna look too pretty? What are you saying?
Yeah. Okay, first of all, 10. I think it's gorgeous without the glow feature. What I want to happen, I'm gonna go quick because I know we don't have much time. When Vegas scores, I don't want a goal light. I don't want any light. I want the arena to go pitch fucking black, and all you can see, I don't care how dangerous it is. I want the glow to happen. That would be so cool.
That would be sick.
If it's anything on brand from Vegas, risk is their most highest reward. So you may very possibly see that. Jared, what about you?
I'm going completely the opposite way. I literally only like half of this jersey, so I'm going 5 out of 10. I love the fact that it glows in the dark. I think that's awesome. But the jersey design itself, when you're going to be in light wearing it, I don't find it nice at all. I'm not a big fan of word mark jerseys. There's certain cities that can get away with it, New York being an example, but I don't like the word mark. I don't like that at all. I don't think their jersey is that nice at all. Credit to them, it glows in the dark. That's awesome, but the rest of it, it fell short for me.
Evan?
It's perfect for Vegas. Like it's the perfect thing for them, like to have this whole light show thing. Like I think it's exactly what fits into like the theme of the city and what fits into the theme of like their pregame, how they have, the whole show, whatever, before the game. And I think then just walking out with these glow in the dark things. I'll agree with Jared though. Like I wasn't a fan of the jersey at first, but then once I found that it like glows in the dark while you're walking out on the ice, I think that kind of just elevates it from a fan's perspective. And I think it will like encourage fans to buy it just because like now they're a part of like the whole theme of Vegas.
Yeah. And I mean, you got the Fortress, that's what it's called. And they make a lot of noise down there. Some people say it's one of the most electric
it's so much
arenas.
fun.
You've been there, Evan. It's one of the most electric arenas in the league. They got the product is hockey secondary as the product. The primary product is your entertainment, and that's what you're paying up the dollar for. And I think you can say that about anything in Vegas. I've never been, but boy, I cannot wait to dip my toe in the Vegas energy. But since we're running a little bit slim on time, I'm not going to skip these jerseys. I'm going to group them together. We got the California teams, we got LA, we got Anaheim, and we got San Jose. Now I'm not going to get you guys to go all through all of them. I'm going to ask you guys to rate your favorite one and just give me a quick one on that. So Adam, what's your favorite one of the three? LA, they always hit a home run on their jerseys, and they very well might have done it this year. So what's your favorite out of the LA Kings, San Jose Sharks, who brought back the California Seals, and just said Sharks, and then you got the Anaheim Ducks, who, I mean, they always bring this jersey back, and well, they changed up the color schemes with an orange old school Ducks logo. So what are you saying? What's your favorite one out of the three?
Anytime I'm able to go with these jerseys in shell, I think they're on Dallas, if I'm not mistaken. The Sharks jerseys, but they kind of look like football jerseys. They're so ugly that the Golden Seals. Weren't they? I feel like they were relocated to Dallas. That could be totally off. Yeah, I think they're. I don't know. I think they're so ugly that they're cool. I'll give them a 6.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Jared, what about you? Favorite of the bunch?
Of the bunch, in my opinion, it's no question. I hate the Sharks one. I hate the Ducks one. I'm going LA Kings all day, and I think they made a spectacular jersey. I'm going with a 9. It's not as nice as their all purple one last year, but
gorgeous.
It's not a 10 out of 10. It's a 9 out of 10. It's a damn crazy nice jersey.
And I mean, a lot of people rep them on ODRs. I would be scared to rep that on ODR because, man, if something like I would steal that from someone. I'm not joking. Morals aside, that thing's gorgeous. I absolutely love it. Like,
Any context behind it?
No context at all. There's zero context behind that. But no, man, I love that jersey. I would do anything to grab that jersey. Anything to grab that jersey. So beware if you wear that to ODR. And this one I would say too, because this one is just drop dead gorgeous. Evan, best of the three. Are you going with your hometown Kings?
LA is the
I could have figured
love
that one.
them.
Yeah,
they're they're very good. And I get like, yeah, last year was a lot better, but I like this one.
Yeah, don't change much. Don't break what ain't broken, and or don't fix what ain't broken, rather. And that is what they did this year. We're gonna work our way to the Metropolitan. Finally, in the East, we'll start off with the Pittsburgh Penguins. These guys possibly hit it out of the park. Jared, we were in the text chain a little earlier when these things got released, and I believe you used the term the robot penguin.
Robo Penguin. That's its name.
That's lovely, man, and I love it. And you throw like I wouldn't even throw a current player on that. Throw Lemieux on the back of that thing. Holy cow!
So
Yager too. Oh man, you can be rocking that in ODR for sure. Get a little bit of a mullet going. Oh, you are a beauty. Adamo, I'll start with you. What are you saying from these ones? You got the Robo Penguin. I can't get by that name. It's just too great. But I think it's a throwback to when Yager played and Lemieux and all those guys were together.
They won the cup in that one.
They won the cup as well.
That
What
was
do you think?
I'm gonna give them. It's a 10. I think it's. Oh, it's challenging. It's challenging the Canucks. Canucks and Penguins, I think, are 1-2.
Yeah, it's a top 3 mix for me as well.
I'm
Jared.
I'm also giving it a 10 out of 10. But speaking of Lemieux and Yager, that's one of the reasons I'm excited about it. In NHL, like EA Sports, I've tried to go back and use that jersey so many times. For some reason, they have a 91-92 jersey, but it uses their current logo. They didn't put the Robo Penguin in the game. Finally, we're going to have the Robo Penguin in NHL. Like, that is a year after year thing. Every time I get a new game, like, did they finally put the Robo Penguin in? A random thing, but I just noticed it one year, and I can't unsee it, that they don't have it in the game. It says 91-92, but it is their current home logo.
Yeah.
Finally, we got a Robo Penguin jersey. I think it's awesome. It looks so nice. The design around it's nice, and the logo is spectacular.
Yeah, and I mean, that's another part of these jerseys too. You got to use them in shell, right? You're unlocking those in your hockey bags and you're opening them every week or whenever you just feel fit. I always forget about them. But nonetheless, it's going to look pretty sweet, not only on the ice, off it, outside, inside. It's going to look nice in the video game too. So Penguins, a beautiful hit here. Evan, you want to give your thoughts on it too?
Phenomenal. Yeah. I love that they brought them back. They are just incredible jerseys.
Yeah, we want to talk about bringing stuff back. So the Philadelphia Flyers, man, these guys brought back these warm-up. What are they called? They have a certain name.
Cooperalls.
There we go. Cooperalls. And
so weird.
They are weird because I don't think I've ever seen them before, but that was a big thing in the 90s, early 2000s, I believe. Or I could be absolutely wrong, but 80s. There we go. Okay.
Maybe even be 70s, but yeah.
It could be 70s, but I find that pretty interesting. Adding a new feature. You saw Vegas making it lighting up. These guys are making their warm-ups just look that much better, which credit on them. It'll look pretty sick. But the overall jersey is what we've been discussing all day today. And let's get into that one. It's a white jersey. They just kept the same logo and they went with a bit of a black and orange. They're classic colors. Nothing too crazy. It's pretty basic. Adamo, do you consider these ones too basic? What's your rating scale at here?
3. They're on the bottom end of mid. They're nothing really to talk about them other than the pants that they're going to wear in warmups.
Yeah. When the pants are drawing more than
they only wear those in warmups.
They do. That's all.
That was for the whole game.
You're not allowed to wear them for the whole game.
No, yeah, you can't.
I was like, how are they wearing? Like, what?
Yeah, it would have been sick. That would have maybe knocked something out of the park. But no, these jerseys, Jared, keep the train going. What are you saying on these ones?
2 out of 10. The only reason it's better than the people who are at 1 or the team that's at 1 is because at least they have a logo there. It's not just a word mark. But no, it's not nice at all. It's boring. It's just plain white. It's 2 out of 10.
Evan?
1 out of 10? I don't know. Not crazy about them.
Yeah, and we're gonna go to the.
Thought you'd wear the pants.
Yeah, the pants will look cool. The pants will look pretty dope. But the Canes is the next team we'll go to. I feel like I've seen this jersey before. That's what's a little bit.
You have.
That's what's a little misleading.
Literally their away jersey.
That's what I was gonna say. I feel like I've seen it. It's nothing really crazy. Now the Canes, I'll give them a pass this year because they released some really nice jerseys. But I've seen this one before. I can't really even give it a rating. Adamo, you're gonna hopefully try for me. What are you giving these ones for me?
Does it look cool? Yeah. Did you try? No, you what's the word I'm looking for? You
Recycled.
plagiarized yourself and didn't cite it, asshole.
Yeah.
2 out of 10.
There you go. Jared, what about you?
Boom, I like 2 out of 10 as well. It is a throwback jersey to a jersey that was released in 2020. Their away jersey was released
You
in,
threw it back to the pandemic.
They literally,
What a great place to throw it back to.
That is what they did. They flipped their fucking 2020 away jersey. It's like great, really creative, guys.
Yeah, Evan, the creativity flows for Carolina apparently, but
I don't get like why Carolina is always just so lazy with their jerseys. Like, I remember I got to the point where like the owner or like the owner of the team only wanted to wear his home jerseys or whatever because like because he just didn't like the road jerseys. It's like, buddy, like you don't have a choice sometimes, or either like just figure it out and get a better one.
also too, if the owner doesn't want to wear the jersey, what do you think the players are saying? Because like
Well,
even
yeah.
the fans too, like the owner who's the guy in charge of constructing what jerseys are being worn when and what
Well,
is
no,
being
I mean-
worn. Like,
I mean, like I get that, but at the same time, it's like he didn't like them. Like it's not like it's not like before he got there, it was a whole rebellion, and he's like, oh, all right, we'll keep it. Like he's just being like a sour guy about it. He's like, nah, I only want to wear my homes and alternates. It's like, what?
and I would expect nothing less from someone in Carolina, unfortunately.
He's cheap as he's cheap.
Yeah. Well, a little change on that jersey. There was a little bit of a change on the New York Rangers jerseys, but nothing too drastic to say, wow, this thing stole the show. Last year, they brought back that old school logo that everybody loves. This year, they went with it again, changed the colors around. I don't see too drastic of a change, which I'm a little skeptical about because the Rangers have such a rich history that they could have dated back any time and it would have hit. This one they dated back last year too. So, Adamo, what are your thoughts on this one?
I love the logo. I always used to use these jerseys in shell, like when they were actually an alternate, in like 08 or something. Just because you didn't really try, because you did these last year, I'll give you an 8.
Jared?
For me, I'm doing a 6 because again, it looks nice, but at the same time, it is their reverse retro from 2021. Slightly turned the blue up to a little bit more of a teal, not teal, but like a lighter blue. That is all they did. That's their only change.
Yeah, you might think this one was made in Lightroom. Could very well be. But Evan.
I love the logo. I'm on it. Like I don't know how I feel about them literally just changing like the shade of blue that they used. Like I don't see how that's very like innovative or anything, but just liking the logo, I'll give it a 6 out of 10.
All right. And this jersey here I'm about to bring up, I'm hoping to hear some interesting opinions on it and maybe some very good ones at that. We got maybe the best of the bunch, depends on which way you sway, but the Washington Capitals. Oh boy, we thought we might have got it last year. They tried to bring it back. They didn't bring back the right colors. This time they went identical to those jerseys from way back when Ovi donned them and in his young career. It wasn't the ones where he scored his beautiful debut goal. It was a different era, and what a jersey to throw it back to. These guys got the eagle, the talons. They got just about everything.
Oh, Ovi scored in those jerseys.
No, he didn't actually, because I was looking back at it,
and
it
was
was
the Capitol Building one.
There we go. It was the Capitol Building one.
They had so many jersey changes when he first got there. Like
I remember,
Jesus.
yeah. No, but he like I was looking back, I'm like, I swear he scored in this jersey. So no, he did not, unfortunately. But he's going to probably do a lot of scoring in these ones, and I wouldn't blame him. Look good, play good. If with these
scored
ones.
Tonight.
Oh, there you go. Look good, play good. You got the eagle. Adamo, what are you giving these ones?
You guys finally kissed. You did it. Good job, Capitals. 10 out of 10.
Awesome.
Yeah,
all right. High praise from Rimoli. Jared, what about you?
Low key, 9 out of 10. Beautiful jersey, but I actually like the red ones better for the reason that the red ones are the definition of a reverse retro. It's a retro style, a reverse of the modern colors. This is just kind of another version of their old jersey. It's more of a throwback. It's nice, it's beautiful, but it's not really a reverse retro. 9 out of 10.
Yeah, if we're gonna like pinpoint what the definition of reverse retro is, this is a whole mixed bag in this league because they've gone every which way on what a reverse retro could very well be. Evan, round it off for me.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, they're gorgeous.
Yeah, and I think this one very well. My next one might be a 10 out of 10 too, depending on which way you look at it. We got the Fisherman. He's brought back.
Oh yeah,
in high demand too. Everybody wanted him to make a return. He made it. The NHL, they made their promise. Very rarely they make on their promises. This one they did. The Fisherman is back. hunting in Long Island. Guys, give me a rating. You got I don't know if I could say more. It's very self-explanatory. There's a fisherman on a jersey. You don't see that very often. And with a hockey stick too.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, this team had a lot of success donning those jerseys too. Yep. One of the best eras in all of the sport. So, Damo, give me the rating 1 to 10.
I feel like I've given too many 10s, so I'll give him a 9. Just
all right.
Just because, but good job. Great job.
Jared?
I'm also giving a 9 for the only reason I fucking love the logo. It's beautiful, but they don't have the wave at the bottom. Part of what made this jersey so cool back in the day is they had like a teal wave at the bottom. Lou Lamoriello already said, he's like, we are not getting that ambitious with that design. So that's Lou Lamoriello's fault. The only Islanders fans, the only reason you're not getting a 10 out of 10 here, you're getting robbed of that last
your GM
point.
is in his 80s.
It is Lou Lamoriello's fault. Blame him. Go tweet at him. But no, I love the logo, love the jersey. It doesn't have the full design though.
And do you think Lou even has Twitter? Like,
do you think Lou has an iPhone?
He's definitely ripping the BlackBerry.
He definitely has like the Vizio or whatever, like the BlackBerry.
Throwing it to the Motorola days, man. I don't know. You can find that in his repertoire. Maybe a car phone too. Like this guy's probably got it all.
There's a reason he did nothing for the first half of the summer. He had to wait to get a payphone, probably. He was really reliable.
Anyways, Evan, give me the ratings on these fisherman logos and jerseys.
I mean, I'm probably gonna get attacked again here. I'm going 1 out of 10. I hate the fisherman. I hate the fisherman.
Why? What's not to like about him? He's different. He's his own thing.
You're wrong. Again, I'm telling you, your opinion.
Yeah, Jared giving you this look. I don't think I've seen that look on the Leafs Line podcast.
You hate the fisherman logo?
This guy hates babies. This guy hates babies.
Logo.
Join me. Yeah,
I gotta have to join me.
Jared, do it.
I have to give it.
Brutal take.
It is a brutal take. Come on, dog.
I don't know.
Why? Explain it to me. Break it down. Why don't
gotta break it down? I'd reserve some time for this one too.
I don't.
We have a 3-minute slot on the rundown. Explain.
I don't know. Like it just. I never really liked like even like the colors. I don't know. Like just seeing like having a fisherman on a hockey jersey just with the hockey stick and everything. Like I don't know. Like I just look at it and I don't really like it. And I always thought there was a reason that they discontinued wearing these, and I thought the reason was pretty valid. So
no, you're wrong.
Man. I can't
You're so wrong.
Can't see the other side of the fence. I'm sorry. Anyways, fisherman logo, not the Islanders jersey, the reverse retro. Evan Davis is absolutely not having it.
Class will be interesting tomorrow.
Yeah, it's gonna be like Jared might. They're roommates, man. I'm interested to see how this goes down. We might have to get a footage. Jared's gonna come out of the room after this episode, guns a blazing. Yeah, you mess with the fisherman. You mess with me. We're a whole team here. Anyways, Islanders are off the board. We're going to go to the New Jersey Devils here, my beloved New Jersey Devils, for a reason why I don't even know I like them, but I like them. And they got these jerseys. They threw it back to their, I'm trying to remember the team they were.
Was it
Rockies.
The Kansas City? Oh, was it
you're right.
Colorado
The
Rockies,
Scouts.
or was it
the Scouts?
Was
it the Scouts?
I was about to say the Kansas City Chiefs, but it was because that's the football team.
That's a football team.
It's the Kansas City Scouts.
It's the Scouts, absolutely. And they threw it back to those logo, not the logo, but the color design. They got a little bit of a blue in there, which I find pretty cool. But anyways, Adamo, what's the rating on this one?
I've never been a fan of the Devils jerseys, like any of them. I don't think they've ever put a.
There's one that I absolutely love. I go every time to Pro Hockey Life and look for it.
Is it the Christmas jersey? I hate the Christmas jersey, but
they're so nice.
I don't like these. I don't hate them. They're like a 4.
All right, Jared.
Interesting. I actually really like them, to be honest. I'm giving them an 7.5 out of 10. I was about to say an 8. My opinion, back to the Colorado ones, which I absolutely hated. I think they did that same colorway New Jersey, but a lot better. I think New Jersey's looks nice. I think their logo looks awesome, and I love the blue and yellow addition into their jersey.
All right, Evan, you.
5 out of 10. Don't know how I really feel about them.
Okay, that's fair. Well, let's see if it grows on you this year. We're gonna go to our, I believe, it looks like to be our last team, Columbus Blue Jackets. I expect this one to be very quick. I don't know what they were going with this one. Looks like they just put something on a jersey. I don't know. Adamo's maybe giving me this look that he's like, well, Mary, what are you talking about? I love this jersey. Maybe I'm gonna hear it right now, Adamo.
Yeah, you nailed it. What are you talking about?
You love these.
You know what? I find no one likes these. I quietly think these are the 3rd best behind Pittsburgh and Vancouver.
That is a
gorgeous.
Edivelle.
Really?
Wow.
Come
really?
on. Wow.
What's wrong with them?
I don't
They're
know.
gorgeous.
It's look like
how
one you
about,
find at Walmart.
Remember the colors that like with the Jets one? They're
Yeah,
similar colors.
they
They
are.
have like a splash of red. It's just the stars look great. I love them.
Wow. I was maybe expecting like that, like their mascot logo or something, maybe getting into the mix. I had
a Stinger jersey would
Stinger.
be so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, a stinger would be unreal.
Too cool for the NHL to do, though, of course.
Fair. In general, I just don't see what they were doing at all with these ones, though, because they have their normal, like the middle of what their current jersey is, they have it. It's the navy blue and their current jersey. They just slapped random blue sides on, which I don't believe were ever a part of their history at all. I don't think they have much light blue into their history. I just don't think it's a nice jersey. If you wanted to do this design with light blue, fine. Incorporate like a light blue addition into their logo or do some kind of different middle, but don't take your current home jersey and just attach random light blue sides and bottom onto it. It's just a weird mishmash Frankenstein of a jersey. 4 out of 10. I'm not a fan at all. No, it doesn't even get the halfway point.
Yeah.
Wow, no 4.5.
Evan, what about you?
I don't love them. I definitely think if they went with the Stinger, I feel like that would have been so cool. I can't recall. Have they done the Stinger before?
I think on the patches. I could be.
Yeah, it's usually
On the
Maybe,
patches-
maybe they did side patch. I don't
I
think
thought they had done it as a jersey, and that's why they didn't do it again. But like, I don't really understand how this is a reverse retro. Like, just given the fact that, like, similar to Seattle, like I get
Blue
Seattle doesn't.
Jackets. What do you mean? They're America.
But
The
like
rootin'
it's the
tootin' jersey.
same logo. Like I wish they did the Stinger. Like I love that Stinger logo. That one was cool.
some might say it's not a jersey, Don. What's a uniform and one that
It's a
that should be worn with
rootin'
pride.
Sweater.
Absolutely. But anyways, that wraps up the Metro. We're gonna go our way to the Atlantic. I don't know. We're cutting it a little close on time. I don't want to skip over because there's some beauties in this one here.
Let's go.
There's
Let's
8 more
rally.
teams.
You want to rally?
Yeah, it's 8 more.
Consensus?
Let's do it.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll start it off with the team that has a toilet seat for the logo, which is never a good start to throw in a jersey. But anyways, we'll go to the Montreal Canadiens, already sitting dead last in the standings. Are they sitting dead last in the jersey standings? Let's see. They go with a pay homage to the Montreal Expos, which I find very strange because whenever you're mixing a sport from another sport, I don't know. I can't see it personally. But Adamo, do you like these jerseys? And personally, a blue like that in a Montreal jersey is a little strange. Maybe it's going to grow on me. Again, Montreal Canadian stuff never really grows on me. But what do you think? What do you think of these jerseys?
It's like the third time I've mentioned the color baby blue. I love
This guy's a big blue guy.
I
big blue
love
guy.
baby blue.
Yeah.
Powder blue. That type of blue. It's gorgeous. I think the Habs did well. I give them a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, it's strange. You're a
Good job.
big powder blue guy, and then you support
yeah.
Man United. Like,
Hey.
that's a whole discussion for another day, I guess. Like, yeah.
Hey, go us.
I think Napoli's up your corner, man. Like, maybe blue. Come on,
Ooh,
best team in
fart.
City A. Okay.
Come on,
we digress.
Rossetti.
Jared, we're gonna go back to the hockey here. You got the Montreal Canadiens jerseys. What are you feeling on them?
They're very fine for me. I also like powder blue, but I don't think they incorporated anything else. Like, I don't get why the middle is their current dark blue, like, lines that go through the middle of it. And their logo is the regular red. So why do you have blue around it? If they wanted to do a baby blue Montreal Canadiens logo, that itself would have been cool. An entirely baby blue and dark blue jersey.
Cannot do that. You would get murdered in this province of Quebec.
I get it. But at the same time, then why are you adding different colors around it? Like last year's was cool because it was dark blue and the red logo. But this one, it's a completely different around and then just a red logo. I'm not a fan at all. I'm going 5 out of 10. The color's nice, but that's about it.
Evan?
I don't know how I feel about it because like I'm with Adamo too. Like I love baby blue on jerseys, but like this one is just kind of not what I like. So I'll go 4 out of 10 on it.
All right, cool. And I mean, you said not what you like. These guys might just be 0 for 2. It's a tough one. It's a really tough one. You got the Detroit Red Wings.
Oh
Man,
God, why are they so lazy?
I don't know if it's like, I think it's confusion at a lot of times.
Like they don't understand the assignment.
They don't. They clearly don't. Last year, I don't even know if you consider that an actual
It
game
was a
jersey that you could wear.
practice jersey.
There we go.
Yeah,
you could wear
that
that.
was
Like that
so
would be the nicest
weird.
practice jersey I would have ever seen. And nope, they had to go out and wear it in a game. Adamo, you got to give me a 1 to 10 rating on this one. And unfortunately, you can't go below 0. But I don't know where your thoughts lie. I guess I'm about to find out. What are you thinking on the Detroit jersey?
Like, is it a take to not think these are the worst things ever?
Wow.
Like, I think we've seen worse jerseys. Like, I'd take these over the Devils Christmas jerseys. Maybe that's a take.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. Don't
I
touch
don't
my
like
Devil's
the-
Christmas
Okay,
jerseys.
I'm giving them a three. Yeah, three.
All right.
Three.
I'd say that's quite high for this kind of jersey.
Yeah.
But Jared, can you show me why this one's quite high? Like where are we ranking this?
No, I definitely can't show you that. Well, I'll tell you, Chicago was a 1 because it at least had contained lines. Detroit is absolutely a 0 because it has word mark and then just random boom, 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 random lines like stacked on top of each other. It doesn't have any structure to its jersey at all. It looks like an Arial font type in Detroit. It is just not nice whatsoever. I don't mind the red and black combination, but do something with it. Make your current jersey and your current logo have some kind of black swirl inside the Detroit logo. That would be cool. But just the word mark Detroit is not nice at all. 0 out of 10.
All right, Evan, you've had some weird takes today. I'm hoping this one's kind of be in the realm of something normal. If this guy goes 10 out of 10, he might get the boot. So we'll see.
Oh, well, please don't kick me now. It literally looks like something like a 5-year-old would create, like waiting for their kids meal at CPK. Like this is just a really
oddly specific.
It was so American.
I don't even know what CPK is. Like
it's a California pizza kitchen. It's like
pizza kitchen.
Yeah.
What?
It's your favorite. It's Italian's favorite place to go. Like all of my Italian friends go there.
Want to not.
They're not actually Italian, but continue.
I don't know. Like it's just like 4 black lines that go across the jersey with Detroit written across. Like a monkey could have come up with this idea.
Okay.
Like a design team should not have been paid the hourly wage
This is a
in order to figure this one out.
Yeah, we got to monkey, we got to CPK or whatever it was called, fake Italian
favorite. That and Olive Garden are definitely.
Okay. He's lost his say in this Italian debate. We're gonna work away to Buffalo. Now, Buffalo, listen, you bring the goat head back. Great job. You bring the goat head back twice. Oh, 2 thumbs up. Adamo, give me a rating on these bad boys. And we have yet to see the black ones in motion yet.
Yeah.
Imagine these ones coming out back to back. That could very well be a road reverse retro. And they already got their home one as an alternate. Like, God, these guys have been hitting every single time. These guys hit on their jerseys.
Yep. You guys swung and you hit like a ground rule double.
Okay.
You know,
double.
You hit a ground rule double. There's,
Loving the
2
analysis.
bases. It's solid. I'll give you a
nice.
9. Yeah, good job.
Awesome, Jared. Ground rule double.
For me, it's an 8. I love the design of it, but the better buffalo head, or what do you call it? The better head jersey goat head. That's what I was looking for. The better goat head jersey is coming out in a few months with the black and red. Yeah. For this one, it would have been higher, but I would have liked to see, they did a white reverse retro last time, do a blue and gold one this time, and then go with the black. That way you have 3 variants of alternate and reverse retro jerseys. But the fact that both of the reverse retros have just been plain white jerseys, especially it's a white jersey with a white logo, that is the only thing that kind of takes away from the jersey for me, because otherwise it's phenomenal, but still 8 out of 10.
Awesome. All right, Evan, what about you?
I'd give it an 8 out of 10 just because I honestly didn't like the goat head with the red and the black. I think this is honestly, it's better in my opinion because I just like the color scheme of it. I love going back to it, and I think they made the right decision with using these colors instead of just going back to like the 90s with the original goat head.
Okay, all right. And now we're going to go to the Ottawa Senators. We're going to be seeing a lot of them here in Toronto, and might very well see these jerseys, but you could maybe get confused for if it was the reverse retro or their black alternates, because they're very similar, man. And okay, Adamo, you got to give me a take here. I don't know. I just don't see anything crazy different. Like, I like the blacks. I guess I have to like these ones. Like, can you be a little more creative? I don't know.
I think you hit the nail right on the head.
Nice.
5.
I usually do that.
Mid 5.
All right, Jared, what do you?
Yeah,
it's not wrong. There's no words must be said.
What do I say? Like,
you can't expand.
They look so similar to like the current ones. I know what they're throwing back to, but like, cool, good. I guess.
Yeah.
But Ottawa's another team that just clearly doesn't get the idea of a reverse retro. Luckily, both of their jerseys have at the very least been nice. Both times it's been, this isn't really a reverse retro, but they've looked okay. Again, I think this jersey looks okay, but I'm going to go with the Damo as well. It's a mid jersey. It's a 5 out of 10. It's just fine. It looks nice, but you did the tiniest little tinkering and then called it a day.
Yeah, I don't get it. What it is with like some teams, like every year, just like figure out a way just to F the entire hype of a reverse retro jersey. And I just don't understand how this is any different from what you wore on opening night. So 3 out of 10.
Fair, very fair. Yeah, Jade, you want to add?
I made a quick change. I'm actually going down to a 4 out of 10 because I looked at the font on the letters, sorry, like on the side for a second, on the numbers, I mean. What is that font? It is like thick at
so
some parts
weird.
and thin at other parts. I kind of just caught that now. That is worthy of bumping them down a spot. I don't know what I'm looking at there.
It's so weird.
Yeah, anytime you got to interrupt your regular rating to go down a font
that's so
or
weird.
down a notch.
Yeah, that I just noticed that now when looking at it. That is so strange. It's like thick in the middle of it, but thin at the top of the two. That is.
I didn't notice that until you said something. Like that is so
I'm not gonna
weird.
be able to unsee that. Thank you.
Yeah, it's
Thanks a lot, Jared. We appreciate you.
Well, I guess it makes it worse. So for any of the Ottawa Senators fans listening, just don't
4.
listen to this part, I guess.
Just barf.
All right. Anyways, we're gonna get into the Florida Panthers here. Listen, I love theirs last year. I would have bought them in a second, but again, I'm too cheap to do that. They got the baby blues. Adama, your favorite color, as so it seems today. Thoughts on them? Because they got the big tropical tree, which looks pretty sick. Anytime you're throwing a nice tree in there, you're doing something right. And then you got a hockey stick right beside it. The sun, as the Sunshine State suggests, and of course the baby blue surrounding it all. Adamo, give it to me.
Baby blue on a hockey jersey. Moving on.
Okay. Jared.
Took the words right out of my mouth. This is the third best jersey behind Pittsburgh and Vancouver. It is a 10 out of 10 jersey. It looks phenomenal. This is powder blue on a jersey done right. I wasn't a fan of how Montreal did it because their logo didn't make sense with baby blue. Florida screams Florida. It is just phenomenal. It's a beautiful jersey. 10 out of 10.
And I wonder what the pants scheme's going to look like too. I don't think they've displayed that yet. Maybe they have, but that'll look pretty cool as well. And I don't even know if they want to match it with a blue, maybe go with a different offsetting color. But regardless, I think these are going to look pretty sweet on the ice. Evan?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, when I first looked at it, I was like, this is so ugly. But then when I saw them wearing them, I was like, this is actually pretty sick. So like I'm on board with everyone. 10 out of 10. Took me a second to get used to it because at first I was like, what the hell? But I love they look good.
Now there's one jersey here, and you're going to go on the other side of Florida to see it. This one, I don't know if it's going to take any time to get used to. I don't think I'm going to be getting used to it. Listen, it's hard to analyze this one because you got to give credit where credit is due. The marketing team wanted to express the environment. You got a Lightning as your sort of thing that you're going to work with. And well, when you're putting it in the Florida environment on a jersey, not only is that hard to do, but that's going to be somewhat hard to sell. Adamo, you got rain on the jersey. You got a sea wave on the jersey. And I think on the sides, even though my image I'm looking at is cut off, you got lightning bolts streaking down the sleeves. Too much? Not enough? What are we seeing here?
Yeah, there's quite a bit going on. I don't know. Like I'm so in the middle on this. Like it's cool, but like it's not nice, but it's like one of those like kind of gives me like minor league baseball vibes where it's so ugly that I love it. So I'm gonna give him a 7.
Hey, Jared.
For similar reasons, it is not a nice jersey, but I'm giving it a 9. I fucking love it. It is a painting on a jersey. They literally made a painting. It is so cool. Honestly, idea just popped in my head. This is what Seattle should have done. They should have actually done like a shipwreck scene of like a kraken destroying a boat. That would have been fucking sick.
Like scenes.
Literally, like that's what Tampa's is. It has rain going into the ocean.
You're making a movie. Like
it is a portrait. Seattle should have done it. They should have actually had a boat like cracked in half with like a kraken like tentacle. That would have been cool. Tampa's is awesome. It is 9 out of 10. I want that jersey. Only reason it's not a 10 is why does it have gray shoulders? That is literally the only criticism. Otherwise, I think it's such a cool jersey.
Jared, I think this was the jersey that I would pin right on you and say, this guy is gonna go crazy over this one.
It's an
on-brand
so
Jared jersey.
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if you like that kind of stuff, go for it, man. Like that's why like they've either absolutely hit on it or people are going to absolutely hate it. And I think having that no in between makes it just that much more effective. Evan, you love it, you don't, because like I said, it's going to be kind of hard to find in between on this one. There's no middle ground with the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Don't like it.
No, I don't like it. I'm in the same boat. I just can't see it. I'm not
I don't
a big
like
fan
it.
of everything
I think
on
there's
there.
like, I'm looking at it. I think there's just way too much. There's just way too much going on there for me. Like on the sides of the jerseys, like with the flames or whatever the hell that is. And then just like the painting, like Picasso style. I don't know. It's definitely a love or hate jersey.
Yeah.
So
Did Phil
I
Kessel
hate
just
it.
score?
And I was just gonna
Yeah.
say before we move on to the last couple of jerseys,
I love this team.
the most easy money. And I was thinking, like, I don't know why I don't pull the trigger more often. Put the house on former
This
Leafs.
team is so predictable. I actually love it. It's so
Okay,
comedic.
can we make a list, like quickly, very quickly, a list
Nick
of not
Ritchie.
Nick Ritchie, Phil
Phil
Kessel.
Fuck off.
But also on the night that he ties Keith
Yeah.
Yandel.
Yeah.
Like
No, because of course, whatever storyline can be created with the Toronto Maple Leafs, it'll happen. Whatever rookies making their first game, they will bury their first goal against the Leafs. Someone's on a goalless drought. Well, they're playing Toronto, so you know that drought is ending.
So we have Richie.
You gotta put the
Kessel.
house on it, man.
And this
like
season, and
God.
we are on what, our 7th game?
Yes,
already
we have
been-
Nick Ritchie, we have Phil Kessel, but who else has done it? Like, Josh Anderson. We knew that was.
Oh,
like,
it took a
That was a
timeout.
walk.
Did they take a timeout? I'm just scrolling through Twitter now, trying to see people's reactions.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Keith just called them all in.
all I
Nice. Great
saw
job.
from
What?
like Steve Dannick goal was like, I mean, come on, obviously.
Anyways,
Like how are
Okay.
you not betting $100 on
Let's-
Phil Kessel
yeah.
anytime goal scorer?
Let's put the
Back
nose
to
to
the
the
podcast.
grindstone. Let's put the nose to the grindstone and grind this one out here. Okay. We got what we got left here.
So
We
predictable.
Our team.
with Boston.
got Boston and then our
Okay.
team. Bruins. Give me a
Got it.
quick one because I want to get into this Leafs one real nice.
Yeah, I agree. It's nice. It's a bear.
It's the
on
most
jersey.
submissive
It's
bear you'll see in your
brown.
life.
Yeah, like I'm.
Does this
weirdly
scare you?
intimidated. I'm
Does
weirdly
this scare
intimidated.
you?
I'll give it a 5. 6,
Okay.
7, 6, 6.5, 6.9. Nice. Let's go.
Yeah, Jared.
No, I'm going 5. I mean, listen, it's Pooh Bear. It's Pooh Bear. That's what it's called. They call it
Yeah.
Pooh Bear. It's like cool. You're throwing it back to an iconic jersey, but it's not a nice jersey. It is way too much brown for a jersey. I just don't think that's a nice color at all. Arizona had like the earthy color, but it was like cool. It was deserty. This one just kind of looks like what I dropped a little bit before the show. So
The raw dog nuggets, man. In the
Oh,
system.
don't
They're
say
lurking.
it like that.
I could say it like that. It's a phrase nowadays. Evan,
Oh yeah.
give me a take on these the Bears.
don't tell me you like these. Don't. I see your look. Don't do it.
They're fine.
I don't
Man.
know. I'm afraid of what's to come.
I'm not saying anything.
8 out of 10. I love these jerseys.
Fair.
I think
I
they're
terrible.
pretty cool.
I think they're
The
good.
the logo is cool. It's just not nice, but it's like not. It's not in the Tampa way. The Tampa way, it's like I give it credit for like that painty thing. This is just kind of like okay, it's they did something cool. It's not nice, but it also doesn't have like the aspect that it looks like it was painted by Picasso. It's just kind of like whatever.
Jared painted it.
Interestingly, though, I do know the story behind it. It actually is created based on a painting. It's just
Yeah.
not as nice as Tampa's. It is like a painting that used to hang in the GM's office that like they recreated the painting of a bear that hung in his office. Again, it's just I don't think it's a nice jersey though.
Interesting how these stories all come about. But anyways, the Bruins, that is the second last team, the penultimate team. And finally, we get to the Leafs, not the Laughs. My God, I am so sorry I said that.
I mean,
If
you wouldn't be wrong.
I wouldn't be wrong with the way the game is shaping out right now. If you guys do not know, as we are recording this, Leafs Vegas and well, laughing is going on as well. But I digress. The Leafs, they released their reverse retro just like every other team. Boy, did they swing and miss on it last year, looking like a big fat blueberry. And boy, there was just a big leaf in the middle for zero reason. This year, oh, Maron. I don't know if it's because last year was so bad and this year everything's going to look better. I absolutely love this. This is my favorite jersey out of all of them. Yes, I am that bold to say that. It looks like a sweater. It's an old school sweater. I mean, that's what every time I'm looking at a jersey, I'm like, okay, is this giving me like a nostalgia feel, an old school look? The leaf itself looks like it's just crisp out of a 1950s time machine, man. Like, I am all for it. I love it. Last year's was atrocious. I couldn't even look at it. I couldn't even wear it. My brother has one. He tried to lend it to me. I can't even put that on. It's just
crazy.
I feel really bad looking in it, and it's not because there's a leaf on the chest. I mean, I've been wearing that my whole life. I'm used to that embarrassment, but like, that's just ridiculous. I could not wear it this year. I think a lot of people are going to wear it. Adamo, would you wear it? And what rating are you going to give it?
No goal in the Leafs game.
Okay.
Offsides.
Yeah.
Offside.
I didn't even know what happened. I'm not watching it. Now. Anyways, Leaf jersey. Would I wear it? Yes. Am I going to get one? Also, yes. Do I think it's nice? No. I think it's. And you know what? Here's what's going to happen. Game 1 is going to come around, and they're going to wear it, and it's going to look fucking gorgeous because the Leafs jerseys just usually do, unless they're those ugly.
They do very well with the like pants,
like the full
and the
uniform,
gloves,
right?
Like,
because it's one set. They look gorgeous,
Yeah.
and it's gonna look great. But in terms of just the jersey alone, I think we're so like used to the Leafs reverse retro looking like expired blueberries and like fucking gray that anything was better. So I'm gonna go and give this one a 5.
All right, Jared, what about you?
I absolutely love it. I'm giving it an 8. It is not the best one. It's not even in my top 3, but it is a really nice jersey. It feels like a throwback. It feels like a retro jersey. It is made after the 1962 jersey where the Leafs happened to win a cup. I think it's awesome. As you mentioned, the logo looks like it's straight out of the 60s. And in this one, more so than the other ones, that orange NHL logo, I think it pops more than the rest. So yeah, it's awesome. I will be at least try to convince the parents to let me get this one. If not, I'll have to pony up some of my own money because I want this one in my collection. I love the jersey.
Well, I mean, I tell you to place some bets. So every time you see a former Leaf in town, you got to nail that money line, man, or that anytime goal scorer line, because it's bound to happen. It's almost happened today. The goal just got called off, but man, it's a thing. And you know what is going to be a thing? Evan, I want to hear a good thing coming from you about these Leafs jerseys. Come on, you got to give it to me. Give me a nice 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. What are we saying?
I really like them. I didn't love the reverse retros in 2020, like that COVID year. I think those were cool. So I'm not alone there. Those were horrendous. Yeah, those were horrendous. But no, these ones. Look, sometimes I feel like simple plays an advantage, and I think it does with the Leafs. Like, it's not anything too crazy. And I also just love the logo. Like, when they switched back to this logo from like their old one, that was kind of just like, it just felt like a block leaf. Like, it didn't feel like it had any like life or whatever. But like this one, I really like.
That's good. All right. Great job, guys. We went through all of the jerseys. I didn't think we'd get there, but we did. We grinded it out.
An hour later.
Just under an hour later. So 30-minute show. What? Exactly. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. It was a fun episode, man. I enjoyed hearing all the opinions. It was a good one. It rolled nice. But again, thank you guys for tuning in. Again, I'm your host, Mary Russo, Don Rimoli, Jared Rotenberg, Evan Davis signing off. Again, if you want to check out the Plugs After Dark podcast, a new series coming to the Dynasty Sports Network page, you can check it out at Dynasty Sports Network's YouTube page. Type that into your YouTube search bar. Give it to me, Adamo.
Plugs After Dark.
Oh, if you want more of that, you got to look at the episode because there's the exact title, ASMR. Yeah, it's fun.
I watched it. It's good.
It's out there. It's a lot different than a lot of the stuff we regularly do on DSN, and I think that's something you guys might like. So definitely check it out. Again, Dynasty Sport Network's YouTube page. You can find all the stuff there, and on the website too. We got all our stuff up there as well. But thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate it all. Have a great rest of your evening, and I can't wait to see these reverse retros in action in mid-November. And then I guess we'll reintervene when we see how they look on the ice. And maybe if we have a few of our own, we will see who's not trying to ball out, who is trying to ball out. I guess we'll revisit that when we get there. Thank you guys for tuning in. Have a great rest of your evening. Cheers.